I've been getting everything packed and ready for the yurt today, and I just felt that I needed to share this part of it because Danielle and I, have been building this project. It's her project of having a space where we can bring people together to celebrate all the things in life that don't often get celebrated. And today we get to celebrate Danielle on her birthday. So it's her project, it's her yurt, it's her space that she wants to create to bring people together. And one of our first events is celebrating her, which I think is so synchronistic. And getting ready for today, it's been kind of this reminder of what we're building this for. It's not just to celebrate birthdays or, it's not just a space for like, when I say celebrate birthdays, I think of like kids' birthday parties. And it's not that. It's a space where we can go be in nature, come together with people we love, and celebrate not just the easy stuff, not just the wedding or the birth of a child or a birthday. It's celebrating the hard stuff too. Those ruptures in your life that happen that cause us to grieve and to have sorrow. And oftentimes we don't make time to have those emotions and live in those moments and be witnessed by other people while we're having those moments. And that's one thing that I've found the most difficult in my life, being a single woman. I have no kids. And most of my friends, I've celebrated them for those big achievements, right? The wedding and the birth of a child. And then sometimes a divorce, not necessarily celebrating it, but being there for someone while they're going through that heavy time. But not necessarily talking about the hard stuff, the hard part, the emotions, the feelings that come along with it, and just sitting with someone in that space, in that moment. And this yurt is a place that we can come together and grieve those losses together and also celebrate those accomplishments and those happy times together. And so it's a great place where we can celebrate the cycles, right? The cycles of life. There's always going to be a birth and then a death, a birth and then a death, a birth and then a death. In my life, like I said, it's not the societal norms of celebration that I've had. Again, I haven't had a wedding. I haven't had a birth of a child. So my deaths and rebirths have been the loss of a job, the loss of a partner, leaving a job, leaving a partner leaving me, and those are like the bigger ones, right? And then there's the smaller ones. When I was in my 20s, I owned a house for a few years and then I had to sell it because I couldn't afford it anymore. I've grieved that loss for 20 years. There's been moments where I've had to sever a friendship because it wasn't good for me or the other person. There's been watching your parents age and feeling the loss of that child-parent dynamic. No longer are you the child. You kind of turn into the one receiving care to the person giving care. And so there's all these cycles. There's all these cycles in life, and being able to come together in a safe space in nature with women who can witness you and who can hold space for you and give you the time to move through those emotions, whether it's with just dancing, you know? I don't know why this one keeps coming to mind, but just dancing, just moving through emotions, through song, through singing, you know, through sitting there and meditating together, doing yoga together, taking a walk in nature together, just sitting and having conversations about the thing, about, you know, the focus, who's the center. Like today, for example, Danielle's the center. We're celebrating her birthday, you know, and I hope that today we talk about her life and like the journey she's been on all these years that have brought her to this moment, to this place, to this space of the year, and really celebrate that. Celebrate all the highs and the lows, because there were so many lows that have gotten her to this place in addition to the highs. And so I'm so excited. I'm so excited that this is almost like our test run birthday celebration. Doing it with just a small group of people to come together and yeah, really witness her in her birth of herself, right? And then the birth of this yurt. She's also birthing a podcast that she just released. What else? Her Unbound community is up. I'll put links in the description so you can follow her as well. But her journey is powerful and it's her story's big. And I just think that, yeah, the more we share our stories, the more we share our lives together and in witness to each other, I think it's going to change a lot of people and a lot of things in this world. So I'm really excited that I'm back here in my hometown in Missoula, Montana, helping bring this to life. And eventually I want to spread it to the world. And I don't know what that looks like. I'm not sure if it's going to be retreats. I know I'm talking to several people about running retreats in the next year. And yeah, just gathering people together. And not just to celebrate, to also grieve, to help each other move through the losses and through the wins. And I'm so excited. I know I've had I did get feedback that people want to know more about me. I'm not sure if they're not watching my long forms because I feel like I talk a lot about me, but I would love your feedback in the comments here. What do you think of our yurt project? And also, what do you want to know more about me? Because I feel like I've shared a lot in my videos, these long form videos, but maybe there's just something I'm missing, or maybe I just need to kind of tell the thread from start to now, like to bring everyone up to speed on like where I've been, what I've been doing, how I live my life. And maybe I just need to do a longer video. So I would love feedback in the comments if that's something you'd like to hear, or break it up into like several videos and just let you guys know more about myself, because I feel like I've been sharing about myself and who I am and where I come from and all that. But if you're new here, there's 200 plus videos, long form videos you can watch to get to know me. But if you feel like you're still missing something, there's still something you don't know about me, I would love to hear what you think that is. So thank you so much for being here. I am so excited about this new path, and I hope that you continue on it with us. Have a good day.